Hello and welcome back. My name is David Waters and I'm here with the Orangeville Home Prices Report. I'm excited because I've completed the updated report and yeah, there's a lot been going on. A lot of sales, a lot of movement, and we're actually starting to see a little bit more new inventory coming on. So I hope that your Christmas was great, your New Year's was wonderful, and I hope this 2020 is going to be an amazing year for you. So let's go into the office and I'll go through the report and I'll show you what's been up, okay? Talk soon. Hey, we're back. My name is David and I wanted to dive in and show you what's been going on in the Orangeville real estate market. Now, there's a lot to talk about over the last 6 months, and I've got the data, I've crunched the numbers, and I've put it in this PDF for you, so that way you can kind of see what's happening. So if you're thinking about selling your house, at least you have information to go with, okay? And treat this report as if you were sitting next to me, right? You're sitting next to me over my shoulder, and we're having a cup of coffee, we're at your house, and I'm going through what's been happening in our marketplace. Okay, that's what this is about. And if you decide that you want to move forward, at least you are educated to a point as to what's been going on. Okay, now obviously it needs to get a little bit more specific when it comes to your house. So there's a whole other process of things that I can do for you on top of that. But this is just a guide to let you know what's going on, okay? So let's dive into the numbers and enjoy. And we're back. So this is what the report looks like. Now, you will have either received it by email or you would have received it by physical mail. It just depends on what you had asked for. So let's dive in and I'll show you what's going on. Okay, so we can start with the bigger picture. So year to date, last year we had 613 sales out of 551 listings. So that's like 72% sales to new listing ratio, which is pretty darn cool. You don't get that in a lot of places. Last month, again, lots of sales, over 100% sales to new listings. And then when you look at the average price, I put the average price and median price because, again, you get a couple of like $1 million homes selling, it can kind of skew the numbers. So 564,000 basically on average and 551, 26 days on the market, which is not long at all. It's fairly good. And sales to list price is about 99%. So very, very strong market. It's more of a seller's market than a buyer's market. However, there will be people who are going to get turned off. I mean, these are just kind of stats, right? But it depends on the location, the condition, the price, even the smell of the inside of the property all has impacts on pricing, even neighbors, okay? So again, something to consider. Average days on the market, you can see over the last decade, it's fluctuated a lot higher earlier on I guess going back to 2008, 9, 10. So these years really high, kind of recession area here, kind of dropped down to more of a balanced kind of marketplace. But then 2015 hit, 16 just went way down, and then we've slowly kind of been climbing back to a normal amount, I would say, in terms of on the market. Now, new listings compared to sales in Orangeville, which everyone always thinks that homes sell, like every single home is going to sell, but it's not the truth. What the truth is the black bar here, that shows how many listings get listed for the year, and then the red bar tells you how many actually get sold. So, during the recessionary period, we had a lot of listings, not a lot of sales. But then as the stimulus kind of came in, also the inventory started to kind of go down a little bit, and the amount of homes that sold kind of started to go up just a little bit. And then what happens is 2015, 2016, crazy years. pretty much anything that you listed sold to a degree. I mean, it's the ratio between the two is very, very small. But then 2017 hits, right? 2018. Yeah, we saw a lot less homes sold in 2018 than, I mean, you're back numbers. You're back towards, I mean, you're low numbers. You're back towards like 2008 in terms of sales, right? I mean, if you look at the chart, right, it's pretty crazy. And then we kind of jumped up a little bit in 2019, and we're kind of on par with about 2014. Less listings, but more sales. But that's kind of a general kind of where you're at in terms of what's going on. So again, going back to more of a balanced, healthy marketplace, I consider. Now, this graph here, I think it's always fascinating to show. If I only plotted the numbers for Orangeville, we wouldn't have a nice graph like this. It would be kind of spiky and it'd be all over the place. This is fantastic to show you what's been going on in the GTA, which includes Orangeville. Now, your eyes are automatically going to come to 2017. That's when things went crazy in those 4 or 5 months. Just the prices just blew up. The lack of inventory was so flippin' low. The prices just skyrocketed. So here's the thing. This chart here was 2017, right? The fluorescent green that I put here is 2019. The one below it in purple is 2018, right? This one here is 2016, 2015, okay? So, and then it all goes all the way down to 2012. But the thing to look at on the last couple of years is this. 2018, right, started off slow, kind of didn't do a whole lot in the summer months, and then dropped down and then kind of had this nice curve at the end of the year, which 2017 did, 2016 kind of did, right? A little jump here. But that's kind of what we expect to see, especially if you look down here in 15, 14, 13, and 12. It all follows a nice progression, right? Nice kind of in the fall market. Now, in the spring, it can be a little volatile, right? As you can see here. So the inventory, I mean, we kind of went up in 2018 a little bit. And again, we had a little bit more this year. But here's the thing. At about June, okay, in 2017, that's when a lot of the stimuluses and things started to change in regards to the marketplace. There was talk about them putting in stress tests and all kinds of stuff started to happen. And then things really kind of got back to normal down in about August. So here's the thing. If you bought in 2017, you also sold in 2017 in that first part of the year, right? So you would have done well on selling your house, and you would have done well. You would have done well selling your house, and you would have done buying a house in that marketplace. But if you look at this chart, you have may not done so well if you bought in this marketplace if you didn't have a property to sell. Now, with regards to pricing, check this out. So everything was kind of flat. Everything was really tied to 2018 and the beginning of 2019. But then April hit, and then we kind of continued on this nice little bell curve here, right? This was like a normal thing that we would see, right? Now, here's the thing. We dropped off, which is normal, and then we kind of went up again. But this time we didn't really come back down because, again, the market seemed to have, we had such a slow kind of start to the year. And again, a lot of people have been saving for a long time because of all the stress tests and everything else. So a lot of things started to change. So again, we still see a very, very big gap over here. Okay. So, what does that spell for the new year? I'm not too sure. All I know is it started off pretty strong, and I don't see the prices coming back down. I mean, we're getting more inventory, but the homes are selling, right? So it's not like we have a shortage. We do have enough. We have probably about 2 months worth of inventory, which is a fairly good number. It's a buyer's market still. But here's the thing. If you bought in 2017 and you're looking to sell this year, you may have to wait another year before the prices are kind of like back up to where these were where you bought in. Okay, just something to consider. Okay, because again, your marketplace is going to be different. Again, this is an average for the GTA. So, just thinking where things may be. Right, Orangeville is a healthy marketplace. Right, we do see multiple offers. If your property is priced accordingly and it looks beautiful and you've done all the things that needed to be done, right? But again, it's just looking at what's going on. It's very, very fascinating. Now, again, interest rates go down, prices go up. It's more people. It's the barrier to entry into the market is certainly a lot lower than it once was. And then we start looking at the numbers, like what's been going on in the last 6 months, right? So we've had, we don't have a lot of condo townhouses selling in Orangeville, but we do have some, right? I mean, December we had 4 sales. We had only 2 new listings, but then other previous months it's like 1 and 1 and 1 and I mean it's small numbers, right? But again, very very people. I mean, when it gets listed, boom, it's sold. Some take longer than others. Some are on the market, really short time, right? But if you're looking at the price, you start seeing any of these higher numbers. It's probably because it's some of the newer ones. But again, if you're looking on range, you're looking at around like the 175, 180 mark in terms of prices kind of right now for a condo townhouse. Sorry, did I say 5? Sorry, 380. Condo apartments, kind of around the same story, I guess. They sitting on the market a little bit longer. Not everybody wants a condo apartment. They kind of, it's more like a hotel living. But again, going up in the elevators and dealing with it's just not everybody. We don't have a lot of them, and but it works well for somebody who doesn't want to have to worry about all the outside stuff, right? So again, small numbers. 4 sales last month. We had 5 listings in October, but again, price points and where are they all at? Some are newer, like this one here. Some are older, like this one here. Plus, I mean, so they're all over. So they're anywhere from let's say 300 up to 6, right? Freehold Townhouse. Okay, so we obviously have a lot more of those. And when you look at the numbers, they do sell quite well, right? I mean, August we had 19 listed and 17 sales. And then it kind of started to drop off at the end of the year, especially in December. Right, but 100% of the homes are selling basically, right? And they're pretty much getting what they're asking to a degree. Days on market, ranges, 16 days, 11 days, 22, 24. I mean, it's fairly healthy, right? And then in terms of pricing, you're kind of in the mid to low 5s is where you're going to be with a townhouse. Again, take this with a grain of salt. Obviously, I haven't seen your place, but on average, this is where things are at. So there's a lot of other factors that go into the price of your home. And this is where you can take advantage of a pinpoint price analysis or room by room review. I can come and go through things with you, right? So semi-detached, we have a few of those as well in Orangeville. Not a huge amount. But again, looking at what's been moving. Again, you got a couple of 100+ months in there, right? Again, days on market. Again, you're fluctuating, right? So 13, 24, 18, 20, again, October, you got 13 sales versus 10 new listings. So again, you're a little bit all over in terms of the ranges and stuff. But again, if you're going to look at it on average, I would say basically you're looking at about a 470 for a townhouse. Just depends on if it is a semi-detached. But if it's a newer one, obviously the prices certainly go up. Like around this month in August, I'm sure there was a lot more newer ones that were listed at that time, which is why the price went up. But again, you get some of the older ones, and the prices come back down, right? So again, it's just something to consider there. Now, detached, again, this is where we pretty much have most of our listings. So these ones here. So on average, you're looking at, on average, around 630, right? Maybe 620, somewhere between 620 to probably 620 to 640 in terms of average sale of a detached house in Orangeville. Again, the months, they're all going to fluctuate. We had a lot of sales in things. This is where things started to pick up, right? We had a lot of sales in August, September, October, and then it started to die down a little bit in November, and then December. Obviously, we get closer to Christmas, things quiet down, all right? But again, this is normal activity. So yeah, this is what's going on, right? All over the place. A lot, very, very high demand. The last 3 months of the year, 100%, over 100% of what was listed, gets sold, which was great. So very, very, very impressed. So if you want to sell your house for top dollar fast, there's things that you can do and you should do. And I have a little booklet on that that I can send you that we can talk about if you don't have one. You should have one. But if you don't, it should be sent out to you if you asked for it in mail copy. So what can you do next, right? So I mentioned the pinpoint price analysis that can really help. Room by room review, which I can go through more of what you should be doing, what you could be doing to increase the value. And the pinpoint price analysis, it's more of like, I'm going to sit down with you and I'm going to go through things with you, and you're going to be over my shoulder looking at what I know in terms of what's been moving and what, and where it's kind of setting your expectations in terms of ranges where you would be. Okay. And then the silent market is trying to get your home sold prior to even it going on the market. It's more of like an exclusive listing. Okay. So hopefully that helped. Wish you all the best. And until February, have a great day. And if you're looking for some help and moving forward, you can reach out to me, 519-215-0107, or you can email me at dave.waters@gmail or dave.waters26@gmail.com. Hope all is well and have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye for now.